Hello, this is Ron Brown again. It's after the market close on Friday the 6th of December. I'm going to do a relatively short video here, which I'll add to next week, but I want to show you what's in your add-on when you download it today. I call this Simplifying Prospecting an HGS Investor, Categorizing My Most Useful Warehouse Scans and Charts. You don't necessarily have to, but I suggest you should delete my charts and scans before updating the add-on if you're an Insider Club member. As always, the market is your teacher. Standard risk disclaimer, I'm just going to read any stock index or ETF mentioned in this presentation is not a recommendation to buy or sell. All trading strategies are used at your own risk. If you don't have the software, you can try it at highgrowthstock.com. Try it free for 30 days. You don't need a credit card. Okay, so what's different this time is that I'm using a two-chart layout. I have a Samsung monitor, and it allows me to set up the screen any way I want to and just drop these in. And your monitor should allow you to do that also. It just keeps the screen clean and organized. Now, I have a weekly chart over here and a daily chart over here. And what I've done is I need to bring up the quick pick here. Rather than looking around for different charts, I've created a folder called Most Used Charts. And this will install when you install the add-on. Now, if you don't want this, just or if you want to make your own, just rename this, and then the next installation will not overwrite it, but there will be another most used chart. So you can use mine, or you can create your own folder and drop charts in there. But I got tired of looking for charts. I've got so many of them, as you know, if you're an Insider Club member, that I thought I would simplify it. And here's what I'm using. I'm using the daily. Get the arrow here. This is a daily chart. Right here it says daily, and then I have a weekly chart over here. And I also have these other charts. Now, I can quickly jump around. So the way this is set up, I have the contextual chart, which contains all of the information I need when prospecting. VPA flags, relative strength to the S&P 500 and to the group, pocket pivot volume, crossovers of the moving averages, volume point of control, and a 10-day force index. So, and what I did is I modified this so this has the intraday information, so I don't have to look up here for it if I'm flipping through charts. The next one is a weekly, which is in the left window. The third one, these are the Wyckoff Bullish VPA chart, or this is the Wyckoff Bullish VPA chart, and all of these bars give a different signal of bullishness. Now this is the supply chart. If you're looking for stocks that are going down, it'll show you the Wyckoff views. This here is a visual filter back test, which takes the filter that's attached to the warehouse, and it applies all of these conditions to the chart. And when these conditions are met, then the lines will appear on the chart. So I'll just go ahead and show you that right now as soon as this updates. So I'll just stick on or click on Tesla. And every time a blue bar appears here, it is transferring the fields from this filter in the warehouse view to this chart, and it shows me when the conditions were met for continuation. Now the next chart, number 6, is a continuation chart which uses green and rose lines, so when the conditions for continuation either up or down are met, the line is generated. So those are the only charts that I'm using in this, and I think it's really all the charts you need. In fact, these two charts are the only charts I really need in addition to what's available in my warehouse view for scans. So that's it. I've just simplified it for myself, and I hope for you. If you have any suggestions, just let me know. Now I'm going to quickly run through some of these. This is what I have so far. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I just want to explain how it works, and you can play with it yourself. So under this category, I have end-of-day scans and intraday scans. Now the end-of-day scans have an intraday scan, which is the prior closing prices, and intraday. So it's the same filter. If you look up here, you'll see it's 405. And I click on intraday, it's still 405. So it's the same list from the prior day's close, but I'm applying intraday fields to it so I can see which ones follow through from the prior day of the continuation indicator. So you can see SoundHound was on top, and this is yesterday where it was appearing. This is the follow through day to day. Let me drop down to this context chart, and you can see that there were several signals on this. Here's the pocket pivots, and the 3 is above the 6, the 6 is above the 18. Those are the requirements, plus a positive volume point of control. Now let's look at this same scan with intraday, and what do we have? SoundHound is in here at number 9 on the intraday. There's one here I'm not familiar with. Wow, look at it go. It's not assigned to a group yet. I'm going to make sure it gets put in a group. I don't know what it is. Let's take a quick look. No information available. So I can't put it in a group yet until bar chart provides that information. And it may not even be a common stock. I don't know. Anyway, here's your continuation chart. Now, going down here, this same thing, except this is pocket pivots, fan up, and so on, 3 above the 6, except the fan requirement is in there, so it's 154 securities. Perfect speculator, 52-week high, 222, end of day, and intraday. You can see which ones follow through. There's SoundHound again. Robinhood. Let's look at Robinhood. And this is that chart number 6. It shows the continuation. You can see there are a lot of buy points just on continuation. Okay, moving down. Wyckoff demand, higher volume, wider spread. Now one thing I want to point out is this is on all securities, but down here under the market analysis user groups, you can go into the major indexes which are updated weekly, and if you want to concentrate on, let's say, the S&P 1500, then just scan on those or anything else that's available. You can use any smart group that's created down here, or any group that is created either as a regular group or a smart group. So I'll leave it on the S&P 1500. So Wyckoff demand, this was end of day. And here's the intraday today. You can see which ones have followed through. Look at that. Amazon's on top. Now you can see there were a lot of continuation buys here. I usually just use the plain chart so I can track this information, but it's easy just to drop down to the contextual chart and see where these signals occurred. Okay, moving on quickly. Effort to rise. If there's an effort to rise signal, it's going to be in here, and if you need a fan up, you can click on the fan up. So that's, see how many of these followed through. Some of them followed through today. Now, I've done the same thing for bearish continuation down, And here's the intraday, but if you go down to the bottom of this, you'll see that somewhere that were going down are now going up. So you can possibly find stocks that are turning around. You can see it was going down, but today buyers stepped in. So a lot of ways you can manipulate these scans. Wyckoff wider spread on higher volume. Supply is present. You can see that a lot of these followed through. Effort to fall intraday, effort to fall in a downtrend, and you can see that a lot of these that were falling yesterday turned around today. And all that, of course, is going to show up when you're doing your scans. Okay, now let's move on quickly. A retracement. I'm using the undercut and rallies, so here's the end of day. You can see the 3 is below the 6 on all of these. But if you click on this one, you can see which ones. These will not be updated. This column won't be updated until the end of the day. But if you see a stock that's going up, this information here is updated intraday. Now that has fallen so far. It wasn't. Let's look at Fiserv. Oh, it too gapped down, but you can see that buyers are coming in. So these are the undercuts, the 3 below the 6. Let me bring an arrow up here. 3 below the 6, 6 below the 18 here. Okay, so moving on. Now these are the ones that have crossed over in the past 2 days. 1 means it crossed over 2 days ago, and 0 means it crossed over today at the end of the day. So these are going to be right here. You can see it cross back over. So these are going to be a little bit, since it's the end of the day on Friday, the 2 signals are back here. And here's the intraday version of it right here. DocuSign had a big day today. Okay, moving on. Retracement for the bearish side. I'm not going to go through those in this video. I want to keep it relatively short. And then I have some VPA, test for supply. You can see that right here. If I bring up Alcoa, here was the test yesterday. That was end of day. Let's look at the test for supply, and you can see that Alcoa is now down here because it went down for the day, but these are the positive tests that worked out today. You can see a test and a follow-through. Test for supply in an uptrend, fan up, no supply. You know what these signals are by now, so I'm not going to click on all of them. No supply in an uptrend, fan up, and here's the intraday version of that. Quite a few green. Low volume tests followed by confirmation of low volume tests, and it looks like only 2 of them are positive today. A downward trend, potential reversal. That's the intraday. It didn't reverse. But these are all pretty self-explanatory. Stopping volume. You can see some of them stopped. Stopping volume here, and this is positive today. So those are the end of day and the intraday. Now, category trades, intraday scans, these are just all intraday. I've talked about these before. I just wanted to get these out in front. They're all self-explanatory. This one's sorted on the industry up. This one's on demand. These were all in great demand today. Here's DocuSign on top again today. Now these had a VPA flag yesterday, and they're up today. And intraday money. These are all intraday money flow. Here the price is negative, but the price is up today. I'm sorry, intraday demand. The price is negative, but they're trading in the upper part of their daily range. I misspoke there. So this stock, price is negative, but trading in the upper part of its daily range. I don't need to go through all of these, but just if you're interested in the sector stocks, just click on money flow and it shows you which sectors are strong today. And it also, intraday money flow out, it shows you which sectors are weak. This really will simplify the process if you concentrate on these scans, and I'll be talking about them more in the future. Now here is one more thing I'm going to talk about. These are the most active. This is all intraday. So today you can see DocuSign was the most active. Look at that volume compared to the normal volume. 600% greater on the 20 and 560% on the 90-day. This is most active down. Large caps, mid caps, small caps, and so on. Here, down here, you have the most active Dow Jones, up and down, S&P, up and down, the 600, strong earnings growth intraday, up and down. So that's it. You'll find these under category trades, end of day, and intraday. These are in the add-on, so just once you install them, you can start playing with them. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend, and I'll be talking more about these much more specifically in future videos.